A shout out to our podcast sponsor, sportsponsorship.co.uk. If you or your business are interested in making a real difference to the Scottish game, supporting hundreds of kids into regular football, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk and they'll find the right fit for your brand. It's time for Tinpot. Welcome along to episode 18 of your Scottish football podcast. I've got a wee episode of our usual nonsense lined up for you, what you can expect from us. Tonight is a review of our predictions from the weekend's games. We've predicted one fixture each, so we'll run through how those went. Then we're going to discuss the big debate tonight in the Mr. Debates section. Is going to be about the Old Firm and how they might do down in England. We'll provide a bit more context on that when we get to that section. And then finishing off with our quiz, which tonight is a surprise for both Matt and Andrew, who join me, Tom, for episode 18. But before we get into too much serious football chat, just want to catch up with you, gentlemen. How are you? What have you been up to? How was your weekends? Matthew?
Yeah, good, thanks. Was in Broughty Ferry over the weekend for a wee family getaway.
Where did you go?
Broughty Ferry, mate. That's where I went.
Yeah, whereabouts Broughty Ferry? I used to work in Broughty Ferry. I worked in a bar called Brook in there, yeah.
I walked along the Esplanade.
Lovely.
Then I walked back in the opposite direction. Went to the castle. Very nice. Nice castle.
Nice.
Went to town. Wandered about town. Went to the shop, which was half a sweetie shop and half a pet food store. So you went in and it stunk of pet food, but there was like boxes of like old sweets in that. So I got some cinnamon balls. If you ever had them, they're very cinnamony and kind of spicy and but sweet and sort of spicy. Very nice, very nice.
You never fail to surprise me. You got a whole candy store in front of you, and that's what you choose.
I know. At least I didn't get any dog food by accident and eat that.
Candy store.
Yeah, candy. And then I didn't see
trying something new.
Nice place, mate. Very fancy, very fancy. Lots of fancy cars.
Yeah, Broughty Ferry is rather well to do, isn't it? Did you stay over or just?
Yeah, stayed over a couple of nights in an Airbnb.
Lovely.
Not child friendly, but not the owner's fault. Not the owner's fault. But yeah, I went to a place called Pizza Revolution on Friday night. Had heard of that, Andrew?
No, I haven't actually. No.
Quite good, mate. I think it's quite new. It's got a lot of arcade stuff and like comics and all that sort of shit. And pizza was really good. Like they had a sort of hipster toppings. Like you could get like a fucking pastrami and like gherkins and that, or you could get like buffalo chicken or like duck and that. This fucking duck, like
fancy.
With like hoisin sauce on the pizza. It was quite nice, man. It was good.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's two weeks in a row that you've told us that you've come on and had a pizza at the weekend. First in Burnt Island. Was it not Burnt Island? Was it?
No, it was Lost Shore Surf Resort where we just went for a pizza, yeah, as you do. That was a good pizza as well, to be fair.
Should maybe start a pizza ranking, pizza sort of hierarchy.
I'm trying not to eat so much gluten, but I just can't up the pizza, eh? Gluten bags me up, gets me all bloated, so I try and avoid the gluten as much as I can. But then I had a kebab last night, so...
Very nice.
No gluten in a kebab, you're safe. Well done.
So other than that, mate, just... eating cookies. Oh, I had some good cookies the other day. Marks and Spencer's cookies. You had Marks and Spencer's cookies?
I have a while ago, but
probably
not recently.
Yeah. They're really good, mate. Like they put them in this like plastic bag, and it's like 5 freshly baked cookies for like £3. But I was saying to Magda, you can go to Tesco and you can get like 4 shite cookies for like £2, or you can go to Marks and pay like £3 for like 5 like really good cookies. And I was like, I'll get the really good cookies, man. So I've had regular chocolate, triple chocolate, and I had gingerbread and white chocolate at the Christmas edition. Very nice.
Nice.
So they're really good cookies.
Your way of selling that to us was telling us the bag that it came in and not anything about the flavour.
No, it's because they have them in like a plastic sort of fancy bag that you can see the cookies through it. And then, surprise, surprise, Tesco, fucking one week they're £1.80 in the shitey bag. The next week they're £2 in a plastic bag like Marks and Spencer's, just so they can put their price up. They change the bloody packaging. It's ridiculous. Do not get me
Scumbag,
started
innit?
on fucking shopping and how much things cost. Like, it's disgrace. You can't get a sweet for £1 anymore. You used to get a 4-pack of Mars bars for £1. Now it's like fucking £2. And then, you get it on the club card for 160. And 160 on the club card, are you having a laugh? Anyway, sorry.
To be fair, I saw the sweets in my local Spar are £1.35 for one bar. Unbelievable.
That's a joke.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. How are you, Andrew? Anyway, you been up to much?
Doing alright, yeah. Doing okay. I was just reminiscing a wee bit about Broughty Ferry there when Matthew was chatting away. But,
Nice place.
It's lovely, yeah, it's lovely. I remember when, so I moved from Glasgow back to Dundee, and I was working in Lloyd's Bar in Glasgow, which was, you always get like a couple of scraps in there, you know, like on a Friday, Saturday night, and they were pretty kind of heavy scraps as well. And then I moved up to Broughty Ferry, and it was the first Saturday night I'd worked, and these two guys were squaring up, and I was like, oh, here we go. And it's quite a small place, you know, so you like got a really good sort of front row seat at the bar, and he's like, do you want some for ages, and then he's like, go on then, and then he just slapped him really hard with a leather glove and I just walked out. So I was like, this is quite a change of scene. But yeah, Broughty Ferry, what a place. But yeah, nothing exciting on my side. And went through to Edinburgh, went to the Rayburn.
Oh yeah,
which seems like a new management team in there, mate. So
Thank God.
Band's probably lifted now. But yeah, that was a while ago. Apart from that, I was kind of teeing it up last time you were talking about your car, Matthew, but finally bit the bullet to find out how much my MOT is going to cost.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not really nice. It's real bad. Could play a game of Highland or Lowland on that bad boy. But yeah, I got the bill today, felt pretty sick. Somehow got to find that money by the 9th, so that was good. So bad. But yeah, apart from that,
have you tried playing the lottery? I heard that's got loads of money
that.
in the
tried
prizes.
That. I put all my savings on red as well, and it just came up black. So
what odds of that, mate?
Always go black. Once you go black, you win loads of money.
Right there we go.
You've never heard that old phrase?
That's how the saying goes.
Tell you
Cars,
what,
mate, Jesus, what's the
everything's just so expensive now. Like it's mental. Like tires, brakes, like it's just like fucking hell.
We're getting ripped off, mate. We're getting ripped off every day. The general public are being fucking screwed by big business.
I know.
Sick.
I know.
just idiots in the rat race, man. Just succumb into this capitalist regime. Go and live like the Amish.
I know.
All your problems are solved.
Sounds all right. How was your weekend? What'd you get up to?
Me, I was watching the Ryder Cup for pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
I was glued to that, hoping that Bobby Mack would have a big part to play, but he did not really. He won one, lost one, and halved one. I think it was 3 games. And the Sunday, I don't know how much you guys followed it, but Europe battered them on the Friday, Saturday, and they had a 7-point lead going into the last day, and it looked like it was never going to be close. And then it was down to the last 4 games on the Sunday, and McIntyre was last out. So I was praying that it was going to come down to him in the last group and be the hero, but Shane Lowry got the credit. So Ireland have stolen our thunder yet again, like they did with Aidan bloody McGeady. But yeah, no, that between the Ryder Cup and battling with fruit flies as well, that was the majority of my weekend.
Mate, don't even get me started on fucking fruit flies.
Mate, I left. I was up in Aberdeen last week, and before I left, I had bananas just on the turn in the fruit bowl, and I forgot to either eat them or bin them. Left them out, came back, and it was awful. So I got some like fly spray because I couldn't get any little trap things. I didn't have any. What's it? Red wine vinegar that you
apple cider vinegar? You mug.
That's the one. Well, I didn't have any of that, and it was too late by the time I got in on the Friday to sort it out. So I got some fly spray from the local shop. That killed most of them, but then they've obviously laid eggs down the fucking drains and everywhere.
They shagged like fuck me. Honestly, these things are unbelievable. Eh?
Yeah, I woke up the next day and it was so grim. So I've got these little traps and like got these sticky things hanging from all my doorways, and yeah, I got rid of them now. But that was
get
a
your
full
fruit
battle.
in the fridge, son. That's what helped me a bit.
Can't put bananas in the fridge, man.
You have to.
I just eat your bananas before they go off, or bin them.
Yeah, true. They're skins. That's fine. But apple cider vinegar, a bit of like hand soap or thingy and a bit of water. Yeah, I've got a couple of traps. But yeah, they're a fucking pain in the pisser, man. I swear they take the piss, like, honestly. They just seem to fly in front of my face all the time. I'm going mental, shouting at them. Magda's like, Matthew, you shut up, it's the same every year. You do nothing about it. And I'm like, fucking fruit flies every year. Yeah.
Does sound like you, though, to be fair, doing fuck all about it, but just moaning about it.
Yeah, that's about right. So sometimes when they're like really, like, they seem to go to my window and then just like start crawling up my window, like, and then I don't know why, so I just start fucking smashing the window like a wet cloth. Fuck off, and then they just fly in front of my face. Or you open a cupboard and one will just fly out. Say, you bastard, you've taken the piss out of me. Eh? But I think it should be over soon. Like, I think the autumn's the worst time apparently for them, so hopefully they'll go away. That's why I love winter, man. And Mag goes, oh, I love summer. I'm like, I love winter because it's dark. You get to just sit in your house all the time. You don't have to go anywhere. Like, all the animals are like away. Like the seagulls and the bugs and all that shit are all like away. And you just put the heating on, just fucking sit about. It gets dark. It's great.
Alright, money bags.
No one can see you. Shut the blinds.
Fucking hell, it's alright for some.
Get the heating on, mate. Get an octopus energy, son. Saving you money.
I'm with Octopus.
You mug. Fucking leaving bananas out. Unbelievable. Rotten bananas.
Yeah. Rookie error. Just like me, rookie when it comes to predicting scores. We'll have a quick look at our predictions that we made on Friday for this weekend's games. And yeah, Matt with his smug face, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that he is loving life. So I'd gone for Cove versus Kelty, and for the second time this season, the score was Rangers 0, Hearts 2. Just a subtle jab at Rangers, since we're not going to be discussing them the recent form. But yeah, I had gone for a 2-1 Cove victory, and alas, Kelty got the better of them. I didn't watch the game, but I've seen the highlights, I've listened to the interviews and all that sort of stuff, and Cove battered them. Like, Kelty were so fortunate to get away with a win. Even Tam O'Ware was saying that in his interviews. Like, we were pretty poor. Got an early penalty in the game, which, to be fair, was a penalty. And then they scored very late on with a Cove defensive error. But Cove were peppering them all game. So they've done well to get 3 points. It's a massive 3 points for Kelty in that relegation scrap. So fair play to them. And sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. But I was shite, simply put.
Can't underestimate the Maroon Machine, mate. That's it.
What's happened to Cove, man? Jesus Christ. That's, we're talking about managers last week, but has Hartley got some money in the bank? The briefcases, carrying that about with him. Is he doing alright? Like, I mean, that's a shocker so far this season, like, for them. But
yeah, I was saying on the prediction on Friday that it could have been dubbed as El Sacchio, but I think Hartley's got enough credit, like you say,
up there.
I don't think Tam O'Ware would have got sacked either, to be fair.
No, I wasn't saying that. I did say that neither of them will get sacked. Tam's fairly new in that role. He's obviously still playing with the squad. Like, neither of them were gonna.
Yeah.
But when you look at the points in the table and where they're both sitting, some people might have thought. But having watched those highlights and seen different bits of the game, Cove won't be too worried, I don't think. If they keep playing like that, those chances will start to get put away. But they are struggling down the bottom end of that table. But nil point for me. I don't get any points for that prediction. In the Championship, however, though, Matt was Morton versus Ross County. He predicted a 1-1, and it was 1-1, Matthew.
Who'd have thunk it, eh? Like, Morton, another draw for them. Unbelievable stuff, this 7th draw of 8 games. 7 points is mad. If they could have turned a couple of them into wins, they'd be in the playoff positions. That's the difference I was saying last week. Can they get these games over the line? Looks like they were the better team. They had the more chances. They had more corners, more possession. They pounded County, really. County got a penalty. And it's worrying times for County, man. I mean, Tony Dock's been in the door a month now, is he?
Yeah.
No win. St Johnston again, getting a last minute winner. They can do it. Ross County, where's this mentality? Like, they just have that negative vibe about them, and it's hard to shake that. But every cloud, they're playing Wraith Rovers next week at home, and they always beat Wraith Rovers. So that's my prediction for next week. If you want, Ross County beat the Rovers, first win this season. But Morton, I think we should be looking up. Like, Doug Irmy's a class manager, like absolute doing wonders with Ross County. Morton, every year there's budget problems and he loses players and he continues to find new ways to get results. So if they can just get these draws, some wins, they're so strong. Like they just need that little bit of spark that can win you a game. So good luck, Morton. But Ross County,
Easy for the headlines in that game to be all about County and Tony Docherty still without a win, eh? But like you say, there's a lot of credit needs to go to Imrie and his team for that result. And yeah, I mean,
this is there for them to take. Come on, just make that step, get in the playoffs.
Be interesting. I think we should, obviously a few weeks away from it, or a few months away from it, but it'd be interesting to look back at our predictions from the start of the season and see where they are halfway through. Because I don't think any of us really predicted Morton to be doing too much. I know that, like you say, they're not converting those games into wins, but if they're resolute enough to get these draws, then surely the tide can turn. But yeah, well done to you, Matthew, for 3 points. That puts you top of the leaderboard after week one.
Nailed it.
And Andrew was just an Aberdeen goal away from joy. I had no idea why he's predicted Aberdeen are going to score, but it was 2-0 in that game, and he predicted a 2-1.
Well, yeah. Well, I'd say it was a game of two halves, 11 v 11, sort of 90 minutes plus added time. But yeah, I did say before I wasn't really too sure if Yimi Talin would survive, and it turns out that Yimi Talin will actually survive another day. So he's not quite turned his Viking boat around and started pillaging points from the rest of them.
Tell me you never watched the game without telling me you never watched the game.
Yeah, no, I did watch the game. Aberdeen started with good intent, but and overall in the game, like they had their stats were pretty even, to be fair, with Motherwell, but in the second half, Motherwell definitely were a bit more potent. Stana Blopadopodopodus definitely could have scored a couple of times. He looked very dangerous. His movement was pretty lethal. But obviously it came down to those goals in added time, and what a howler from Mitov. Like, God. Absolute howler, He's to be fair, I was kind of quite surprised because I looked at the stats after, and Mitov had actually only made one save the whole game.
Shit.
Whereas I actually thought, just with the pressure that Motherwell had put on in the second half, that he'd probably been a little bit busier than he was, but he actually wasn't. But yeah, absolute howler. And then obviously a penalty after that. Michael Stewart, saying, it's not a penalty, it's this minimal contact, but it's like he's clipped him twice, like in the box, like it's absolutely clear as day. It's like complete stonewaller. Classic Michael Stewart, but you're wrong. He slotted it away, and Yimi Talin, I just don't think he's. I think he's got to go. I mean, obviously they've got a really, really hard tie in Europe coming up this week. That could be quite embarrassing. So
the only place they managed to score goals though is in Europe. I mean,
it is, but I mean it's a tough old opposition. This time around, and I just think what I felt in the first half is, I know this sounds pretty stupid thing to kind of say, but I kind of felt that Aberdeen were clearly a side that were lacking confidence, but they were making absolutely every effort to kind of overturn that. I know that sounds really stupid, but it was just it was in the sort of lack of sort of clinicalness, I guess, if that's a word. With those chances, they had really good chances to take the lead, and if they took the lead, then I think Motherwell would have struggled, because they as I said, Mitov only had one save to make, so they weren't keeping the keeper busy in the second half, despite having some decent chances and playing some decent football. But the stats for Yimi Talin is really hard to back now, like really hard to back.
Yeah,
and they've got to make a change, in my opinion. Like if they want to be third, or push. I mean, at this time they'll be really struggling to get top six. So
the board are so committed to that like idea of a 3-year rebuild and using data and all these things. They've kind of made their bed with that, and they were heavily talking about it when he joined and when they went on that really good run at the start of last year. So they're kind of backed themselves into a corner a wee bit. But it's not. I mean, it's one of the few teams that I've watched a couple of games of this season from start to finish, and sometimes as an armchair fan, which we're all kind of guilty of to some extent, it's easy to sit back and just look at stats from games and say, "Oh, that manager needs a sack." But I haven't watched them a couple of times. They're so bad. I said it last week.
They are really bad.
I was asking I've got a mate at work who's a Dons fan, and he's normally really, really critical of players, of managers. And he said, maybe he was joking, but he was saying he's happy to keep Tilleen because of the rebuild, because of the data behind it and all that sort of stuff.
I'm just not sure.
The majority
after
of
that game,
the Dons fans I'm seeing on social media, they're all calling for his
Use the
head.
data to sign these absolute duds. Is that the data they're talking about? Like,
Apparently so, yeah. I don't know what model they're using, because it's obviously not one of the big brands like the Hearts takeover. But
yeah, just close your eyes.
I mean, the thing is, they signed Nisbet again, and everyone was sort of thinking he would be the answer and start to hit some hot form. He's not been good, and in that game particularly. I mean, he had a decent chance in the first half, but he just wasn't really providing much else, and I think maybe some of the signings haven't been great, but the ones that should be kind of steady eddies in there, need to be sort of showing that they're better quality than the others, I guess. But the quality level seems very flat in that team. There's not a lot going on.
I don't think. I mean, individually, I think they've got good players across the park. A good spine with Mitov and Armstrong, even though he's probably a bit leggy at his age, is still a very good quality player. Nisbet up top is a proven goal scorer. I think that, having watched them, their issue isn't the personnel necessarily; it's the system. They're trying to play this passing out from the back nonsense, not knowing when to play long, not passing it quick enough. There's no intent. But yeah, they obviously struggled with the sort of striker position at the start of the season with Yengi, and a lot of people taking the piss out of their options up front. And they bring in Nisbet, and they've still not scored. So, like I say, I think it's a bit deeper than just the players that they've got. But
yeah, well, I got the result right, but I just didn't quite get the score. But
good enough for a point,
next
though.
Time. Yeah, okay. I'll get it next time.
Stay tuned for Friday's episode, where we'll be making yet more predictions for next weekend's game. But as we've proven by our name, Tinpot, our predictions are pretty Tinpot. So if you're going to put a bet on, don't listen to
or follow me.
Speak for yourself, mate.
Don't listen to the collective. Is what I'd say.
Listen to Struthers.
Two other people that I wouldn't listen to are Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. They are the sort of two of the the hosts of Talksport. We're going to move on now to our section, which is Mr. Debate.
Mr. Debates, Mr. Debates, Mr. Debates, Mr. Debates, Mr. Debates.
So yeah, anyway, the point here is to be talking about Rangers and Celtic, the old firm, and it's an age-old debate really. It's been one that's been on the lips of Scottish or maybe even British football fans for the last couple of decades, and that is, could Rangers and Celtic cut it in England? And there's a bigger debate piece here around the English media or English fans' views or interpretation of Scottish football and the quality here. But like I say, it stemmed this week from Cundy and O'Hara on TalkSport slagging off the old firm and slagging off Scottish football in general. So I'm going to ask you both. First of all, do you think the old firm could survive in the English Premier League?
No chance.
Or Andrew?
Honestly, no chance. I think
right
he's
now,
got a good point.
Do we mean right now?
I mean, I'm basing it on right now. I mean, I think, I don't know what you think, Matthew, but I do think that the old firm's probably the worst it's been since what's his name was in charge? The Scandinavian bloke that was in charge of Celtic after
Ronnie Dyler.
Yeah, since him and Aberdeen were kind of pushing them at the time.
Rangers were in League 2, mate. I mean, you can't put a team in League 2 the English Premier League.
No, exactly. But I'm saying if you're taking the best of the league, down there, No way. I think we'd struggle in the Championship. I don't know what you
Are we
think.
talking here? They go with the budgets they have now, or they get all the money that the other teams get? As
It has to be a somewhat realistic hypothetical, whereas they go the teams that they are just now, and I'm not saying it's the quality of. So take the old firm maybe at their best, both in the last 5 years, maybe Rangers under Gerrard, Celtic under Ange or Brenda or whatever when they've been doing well. So a good Rangers and a good Celtic team when it's quite competitive, and you put them into the English Premier League with the current budgets they've got to start there with the current sort of system, and then
they'll get the
Well,
money
that's a
after a
different
year.
question.
They'll get the money after a year. Then they'll have to be in there for a year. They'll get the money. You know.
Yeah, if they stay up.
I
If they
think
stay
they
up,
would
yeah.
both. We're talking about Gerrard's Rangers and a good Celtic team. They will definitely stay up, mate. Come on, look at the shite that's in the English fucking Premier League. This season's a bit better, but last season you had ditties like fucking Southampton and Leicester. You've had Sheffield United getting pummeled for 10. You know, the Rangers and Celtic when more Rangers recent games in Europe clearly can perform against the bigger teams. So you tell me they can't get 35 points in the easy money. Celtic and Rangers would thrive in England. So
Thrive?
fucking go. Just
So
go.
yeah, when I'm saying a good Rangers and a good Celtic team, it doesn't necessarily need to be from a certain season. I'm just talking. So right now, like you say, Andrew, it's the worst it's been for over a decade. So if you're talking about just a general, the normal quality of Rangers and Celtic that you expect, getting both around about the 90 points mark in Scotland. So just generally speaking, so Matthew thinks they could go down and let's just say season 1 in the English Premier League, they both survive, and then you get that TV money, the money for staying up, all that sort of stuff that boosts the budget. They've got, they'd instantly have top 10 sort of stadium capacities in the league, I think, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to get good gate money, you're going to get all these sorts of things.
Yeah.
And Matthew's saying they
absolutely.
survive, they use that money. So do you think Rangers and Celtic would go, if they were just plonked straight in that league, they'd both go sort of straight down?
I think that obviously is slightly different to how I sort of interpreted it earlier on. So yeah, no, I actually do. I agree with Matthew. I think that if you've got a good Rangers and Celtic, I think they would have enough to stay up in that first year, and in that second year onwards. I mean, yes, you've got the stadium capacities, you've got the opportunity to expand those stadiums as well, you know, at both grounds fairly easily. But not just that, you've actually got the instant international presence. You know, the amount of the fan base. I only really know Rangers, well, but Celtic is equally as good. But the amount of supporters groups, abroad that are really, really well attended, and the presence they have, obviously now Rangers with, international owners, which I'm sure that they're wanting to then push that presence abroad. I think that commercially, they would be one of the most viable clubs out with the big hitters, your Liverpools, etc. But yeah, I honestly think that they would have the foundation as a club, forget players, etc. They'd have the foundation as a club to absolutely thrive. But yeah, the different question is, I don't know if this is where Cundy was coming from, is how shite they are now. Matthew's talking about Rangers of, a few years ago, claiming big scalps, in Europe, and consistently as well. It just wasn't one-off games. But, now you look at the status of Rangers particularly, it's diabolical, and if they were to go down south, they would struggle in the Championship. They're struggling in the SPFL, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Like, they would struggle in the Championship, like, realistically. So, yeah, I think I would assume that's more where they're kind of coming from right now. And that's
probably
why they're sticking the boot in. But, yeah, I don't know. It's obviously been flirted with for a while, hasn't it? But I don't think it'll ever happen, do you?
It'll never happen. The logistics behind it, I mean, you couldn't just plonk them into the top league, and where would they start? You can't, again, just chuck them into League 2 either. There's teams that are vying for positions there to get promoted and to stay up in that league. So I just don't think logistically it could ever happen.
What I'd like to see is one of my manifesto promises is like a fucking Challenge Cup on steroids. You know, when they did the shitey Challenge Cup where you had like Wraith playing fucking the new Saints in Wales. Let's get a fucking British Cup going. Let's get Celtic and Rangers playing like bloody Arsenal and Man United. Wraith Rovers against fucking Burton Albion. I don't know.
Yeah,
get all the
rid
teams,
of the Carabao.
Yeah.
Get rid of the
all the teams from
Premier
Scotland
Cup.
and all the teams from the English league just play each other in a massive tournament.
Yeah.
Battle it out. The winner gets like a spot in the Champions League, and it'd be class.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, I mean,
Why don't
the winner would already have a place in the Champions League because
why
it'd be
don't
one
we
of
have
the
a
English
British
top
tournament?
5.
Like, well, why don't we? We're just a small little island. We could easily fucking play a British tournament. Be class. Get it done.
I mean, logistically, it's not any more difficult than when we've included Welsh teams and Irish teams in.
Yeah, they lost bloody money because they had to pay their own fucking flights and shit.
Exactly, yeah. But
Stay
if
in
you did it
caravans,
with
parks.
English teams, it'd be a huge commercial success. So I mean, you'd be able to pay for flights, no bother. Like it'd be fine. But yeah, I'm on board with that. I mean, honestly,
let's do it. Tom, not so sure, mate. Dundee United can't beat Kelly, so I don't really know the chance of winning the cup. But Wraith and Rangers certainly.
Yeah, rich from a Wraith fan.
One of the
going back, you'd asked me there, Andrew, about what I think. Going back to the initial debate, I strangely agree with the guys on TalkSport. Rangers and Celtic, even when they were at a reasonable level a few years ago, there's no way they can compete across a 38-game season with these teams. I mean, there's not. So Rangers and Celtic, yeah, they've had, well, Rangers specifically have had a decent record in Europe over the last couple of years. They've taken some decent scalps, like you say, but that's in a one-off tie. You have to get up for that one, and that's against. You have to get up for that one-off tie every week, and it's totally different. I mean, the budgets alone. So Burnley, probably one of the favourites to get relegated this season in the Premier League, have £55 million wage budget, and Celtics is something like 19 or 20. So your lowest team in the English Premier League is more than double the wage budget of the best team in Scotland just now.
Yeah, but what was Burnley's when they survived so long?
What's that?
What was Burnley's when they survived for
ages? They were punching above their weight.
It would have still been much, much higher than Celtic's.
Wage budget means nothing, mate. You need to have
that wage budget's not going to be set where it is now.
Aye, but the wage budget's the wage budget because the inflated prices that you have to pay in England.
Wage budget is if you research it over the last however many years, wage budget if you oh shit, my Coke's almost on the floor. If you look at the wage budgets of every team in top leagues over a long period, that is the clearest factor to decide the final table. And there's evidence behind it. So just because you've got a high wage budget, you might say, oh well, it doesn't mean you're going to be a good team. I mean, it does. It's also the style of football is totally different. The pace of play, they can keep up with it in one European game. But also, Liverpool come to Rangers. Rangers at the time weren't like a bad team in Europe and scudded them 7-1. So
if you're staying up for the first season, you don't have to worry about these teams. You might get a few.
But I'm saying they'd go down
the big boys.
in season
they
one.
Wouldn't go down.
Well,
They'd have enough to beat
know,
your Wolves, your Burnleys. They'd have enough to beat them over to get enough points to stay up.
If you
easily.
look at season 23-24, the bottom three teams were Sheffield United, Burnley, and Luton Town.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me that when Rangers and Celtic have been at their best over the last couple of years, they wouldn't stay ahead of those three shite teams?
Over a 38-game season, I don't think so.
I think you've had a wee bit too much of that Coke, mate. I think you've been fucking doing something with it.
You're agreeing with Cundy and O'Hara. You've got serious problems. I think you need to take a look in the mirror, son. You need to back our game here.
Stats don't lie. It's as simple as that.
Luton Town.
Mm-hmm.
Luton Town would.
They're in League One now, mate. They're terrible.
Exactly. Would keep Rangers and Celtic out.
Southampton got 12 points.
Luton Town would go down as well.
Luton Town would go down as well. They're 18th. And then Burnley was 19th. Sheffield was 20th.
Yeah. I believe that Celtic and Rangers...
Well, they're sending 5 down that season, are they?
No, I'm saying Rangers and Celtic would go down with Luton. If you're going to talk about that one specific season. And I know Sheffield
Yeah,
United will finish below, but
Bloody
in
hell.
this bizarre
Luton,
hypothetical.
Luton finished 18th, so it would mean that Rangers or Celtic would have to finish below Luton. You're telling me Luton would have kept Rangers and Celtic out of the...
You're picking
Like,
again. You're picking one specific season. So if you look at this season, for
Right.
example, and look at the table, or last season, like, do I think that Rangers and Celtic would be below two of the three teams that went down? I think yes. Okay, there's maybe an argument to say that maybe Celtic finish like 17th. Maybe one team just stays up, something like that. I'm not saying it's adamant. I'm adamant both teams are finishing rock bottom, but that's where they'd be in the table. They'd be between 17th and 20th, the two of them. Maybe 16th and 20th, like right down the bottom. Nowhere near. So for some reason, some people think we could be fighting like in their first season down there with the budgets they've got just now, fighting for like top 10. It's, in my opinion, it's
Yeah,
mental.
okay, that's
You need to
mental,
get
yeah.
yourself in a
Fair
Football
enough.
Manager when it comes out. Get in the editor, put them both in the Premiership, go on holiday for a year, sim the whole fucking thing, come back and tell us what happened, and that'll be the
Yeah.
real
Case closed.
case closed. See what happens.
Okay, will do.
Yeah. But you can't tamper
I
with it.
don't
You have to
know.
go on holiday for a year.
Well, I mean, if I tamper with them, it's not going to help. I'm fucking shaggy at Football Manager.
Go start an album to the Champions League, mate. What are you talking about? You completed it, son. You know?
Yeah, that's on the PlayStation version though. It's
Easier.
It's dumbed down a little bit, isn't it? It's not proper FM.
Completed it, mate. Good for you.
Well, I mean, what do you think then about the English view on the Scottish game? We're not living in England. We're not speaking to English people every day about Scottish football. But just from what you see in the media, is their view on Scottish football domestically, anyway, not the national team, but domestically, are they right in what they're saying when they just slag it off and say it's a Mickey Mouse league?
Well, it's always been like that. They've always thought that, you know. But I mean, overall, yeah, probably. You know, kind of do agree. You look at the type of opposition you have in our Premiership. You know, it's you look at the bottom six.
Rangers.
It's yeah, exactly. It's you know, it is poor. You know, season on season, it's a poor quality of football to watch. So I do understand that. I do. But what I would say is, despite Rangers and Celtic, you know, not necessarily performing, you know, the way that they should, they'll bounce back, of course, and they'll get to the kind of levels that they're meant to be at. But I would say that there's more promising signs with what Hearts are doing. You know, I do think that that's actually bolstering the quality and raising the bar a bit. And I would imagine teams like Aberdeen, Hibs, who have got, you know, the healthiest budgets out with, will want to then be trying to keep up with that kind of performance, and also keep up with, you know, maybe adapt to that type of model. Obviously, Aberdeen have kind of tried to do it, not very well, but you know, I think that's promising. But I think Scottish football has to be super inventive. You know, they have to look at something like what Hearts have done to try and raise the standard. But it's always a question about, are Rangers and Celtic good enough to adapt to the Premier League or English football, full stop. You know, no one's really talking about the rest, and there's good reason for that. You know, there is good reason for that. I think the standard of football is poor, but there's real good signs that things could be on the up.
I mean, we're one of the best supported league, or the best supported country per capita. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. Outside of Germany,
The game is
in Europe, yeah.
thriving. It's
No,
always
we're
been-
number one.
We're
We're
number
above
one,
Germany.
mate.
Are we? Oh, I didn't realise that.
Scottish football has always got a special place in the world of football. It's class. The fans love it. The English people or the English media just like to, with their snobby attitudes and their fucking big money looking down on us. We've got great players, got great fans, we've got great teams, great stories. There's a reason why these people are coming to invest in the Scottish game, because it's on the way up and we should be proud of the game. And those idiots on TalkSport can shove it.
Yes, mate. That's exactly what I was going to say. So if you're asking the question of, is it a Mickey Mouse country for football, if you're talking about the quality of football, we are in line with what the sort of financial side of it allows us to be. We're as good as what that, like the TV money, the ability to market the game here, like that. We're as good as that, and that is a poorer quality than the English Premier League. statistically, I think every other league probably is. Maybe barring La Liga or something, I don't know. But they're all going to be worse than the English Premier League in terms of quality. So are we. But in terms of population and money involved in the game, similar to a country like Denmark or Norway or something like that, we're, as Matthew said, the most supported league. So if you enjoy going to watch the games, if it's the most talked about thing in Scotland in terms of sport,
it's pure. That's what it is.
You can't
It's
complain
honest
with
and
that.
it's
Yes.
pure. English game now is too sanitised. The Scottish
Absolutely.
game is raw. That's why
That's
we
what
love
I was
it.
going to say. Like, if you actually watch English Premier League games, so I was talking about the quality and whether, effectively you could transport that down there and would it work, effectively. No, it wouldn't. The quality is vastly different. But there is good reason that we're well attended. There is good reason that, there's a lot of growth within Scottish football. It's because it's entertaining. That's it. And ultimately, this is coming from a guy that basically watched, League One football just about every weekend last season. Do you know what I mean? But it's entertaining. Like, it is. That's why you go. You know what I mean? You're invested in it. Whereas you look at down south, particularly the Premier League, but I mean, it is extending into the Championship as time goes on. It's getting so diluted because it is so commercially viable. So ultimately, it's boring to watch. It's very rare these days that I'd flick on a game, and watch a game of the Premier League because I just don't enjoy it. It's as simple as that. Whereas if you watch the kind of wonder years, if you like, where you're watching, on replay for Arsenal and all that kind of thing, which was, in my opinion, the kind of tail end of when it was actually great to watch. You're watching Roy Keane and all that kind of thing, have big battles on the pitch, and you don't get any of that now. It's a really soft league in that sense, and derbies are not derbies up here. It is, they're proper derbies. Even outside the Old Firm, you're looking at even games like Hibs Hearts. You're looking at even like Dundee United, Aberdeen, that kind of vibe. It's everyone's invested in it. It's heated. It's a great atmosphere. It's a good place to be. So, what's better? The quality of football, absolutely. There's no question about that. Like, we are miles below. But what do you want to go and see week in, week out? Hands down, I would rather go to a League Two game, a League One game, a Championship game every single week rather than go and watch, Man City play every week.
Yeah.
Here. I mean, the one Premier League game that you and I attended, Andrew, was the worst football match that either of us have ever been to. Sunderland nil, Man City 2. It was
That's true.
atrocious. The only time in a football game that I've ever left early at 80 minutes or something, just to
It was so boring.
get out of there. It was fucking abysmal.
Should we break into our
yeah.
rendition of Flower Scotland? I feel very fucking patriotic at the moment.
We've got to support our nation,
boys,
man,
yeah.
our brand of
Right.
soccer. Right, that was a good little trip down Mr. D Bates Lane. Time for some quizzing action, brought to you by Stirling's only fully plant-based bar and kitchen, which is Nooch. I've not given him a shout out for about 10 episodes. I hope the owner's not listening and expecting his weekly shout out. That's my bad. Quiz time.
In a world where sponsorship is more accessible than ever, that world exists at sportsponsorship.co.uk. Whether you're interested in making a difference to your local community or further afield, or perhaps you're looking for access to tens of thousands of followers online to push your brand further than ever, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk. That's sportsponsorship.co.uk.
This week, I did say to the gents, we're mixing the quizzes up now in most episodes. We're going to try different things and see what you guys, the listeners, are enjoying. And I did ask them the other day, I was like, well, what do you fancy doing this week? And neither of them bloody replied to me. So I've just chosen myself. I've gone ahead and picked a quiz style.
Do you mean us or
And
the
if you don't like
listeners,
it-
mate?
Tough. What's that?
Neither of us or neither of the listeners have replied.
Yeah, clearly not listening to me.
No one's listening to you, mate.
I don't blame you.
I like a surprise, so here we go.
Okay,
let's have it.
this week's game is going to be Guess the Lineup.
Oh,
I've not thought of a snazzy name for it, but I'm going to give you a game. Obviously, a fairly big game. But because we've spoken about the Old Firm so much, I'm going to avoid the Old Firm for this, and we're looking at the most recent Scottish Cup final that didn't involve either of the Old Firm, which was St Johnstone 1, Hibernian 0 in 2021,
Jesus.
behind
COVID
closed
season.
doors.
Me.
Yeah,
Nobody watched
COVID
that.
season.
Nobody watched that in the stands or in the fucking TV.
Well, that's what you've got for this, since you ignored me and you didn't give me any suggestions for a quiz. This is what you've got. So I'm gonna what should I do to decide who gets what here?
Impossible.
Cost a toin?
I'll toss a coin. Okay, I'll go on Google.
I'll go.
A coin. Here we go.
I'll go.
Matthew,
head,
call it.
heads for head.
It's tails.
Ah,
Andrew, would you prefer to guess Hibs or St Johnstone?
no.
I'm gonna go St Johnstone because that was the
The winner, mate. They won.
that was the year they got the double, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Andrew's guessing the St Johnstone lineup. Matt is guessing the Hibs lineup. You're going to get 11 guesses, and whoever gets the most correct players wins. It's the starting 11, not including subbies that came on.
Do
So
we get initials of the players or in the positions they played or anything like that?
no, you're both Scottish football fans. You should both know at least a few of these. So we'll start with you, Andrew, the home team,
Hibs
St
goalie.
Johnstone. Name a player
Right. Xander Clark because he headed the goal that punted us out.
that got you out. Yes, that's correct. Xander Clark was in
so-
goals.
He was in there.
Swapping to me
We're going
now.
to go tit for tat here. Going to go Matthew next.
Fucking
Oh, right.
Hibs goalie in 2020 fucking one.
Oh,
You don't need-
Do you have to go?
No, you
no.
don't need to
thank
start
God
in
for that.
goals. It's just
I'm just-
interesting that you
I'm
did.
just gonna
Matt can
start
go
in
wherever he
goals
wants.
because why not? Go 1 to 11. The Hibs goalie in 20. Fucking who knows who the fuck? Dave
I
Marshall.
wouldn't have a clue.
Dave Marshall.
Dave Marshall.
So good guess, I would say.
Good
That's
guess.
awful. Incorrect. I won't reveal the player in case you want to go for another guess at goalkeeper.
Nah,
but
it's
that is
fine. Just
incorrect.
reveal the player.
No.
Oh, I think I know who it was, but I'm going to write it down and then.
You don't get to
later on-
steal. There's no
no
stealing.
steals
No,
in this
no. I'm just going to write it down just so you know I've not fucking cheated or anything.
Big Conrad Logan. Back 50 stone this time.
Okay, back to you, Andrew.
Very good. Sean Rooney. He was good that season.
Sean Rooney is correct. Well done.
I'll go David Gray. Is he still playing? Right
David
back?
Gray was not playing. He was on the bench.
On the
That's two guesses and
bench.
two incorrect stabs for Matthew.
Oh, that's unlucky. I
know,
would have said that as a guarantee.
Should be half a point. Who was Hibs
Um,
manager? Lee Johnson or who the fuck was? That was when Hibs were in a wild spell. Was it Maloney?
I
Was the
don't
manager?
know.
It was Jack Ross, the manager of Hibs
Jesus,
that
flip,
day.
Jack
Oh,
bloody
right.
Ross. That was
Back to
before
you, Andrew.
United. Yeah.
This I think is my only sort of safe one. I got David Watherspoon.
Correct. Well
He was
done.
a steady
Canadian.
Eddie then.
International David Wallace.
Well, I've got two current Rovers players that should be in that team, and one of them is Paul Hanlon.
He's off the mark. Well done. Your third guess, you get your
Nice
first
one.
point. Back to you, Andrew.
I'm gonna say Michael O'Halloran.
He came on in the 82nd minute, so he doesn't count.
Fucking Halley. And I'll go for my.
Speed merchant
back to
on
me.
FIFA.
I'll go my second Wraith player, Mr. Lewis Stevenson.
Another subby came on in the 70th.
Oh,
Lewis
man.
minute.
Stevenson didn't start. That's why Jack Ross did he? Didn't he fucking play
He
Lewis
did
Stevenson?
not start.
From Kirkcaldy.
Four
The only
guesses
man
each.
to win the both cups for Hibs. Unbelievable.
Four guesses each. It's 3-1 to Andrew. Who's next for
Jack
you,
Ross.
Mr. Guild?
Fucking Lewis Stevenson.
I could be way off the mark with this one. Craig Conway.
Oh, it's a great guess. Let me just. I've lost my my information.
Christ's sake.
It's wrong. He was on the bench and he never came on.
Oh man, he was only there a season, was he not?
Yep,
Could be wrong.
there or thereabouts.
I'll
Matthew,
go for
I've got one.
Porteous. Ryan Porteous.
Ryan
Ah,
Porto
yeah.
is
Surely,
correct. Well done.
Surely. Glenn Middleton.
Glenn Middleton.
He
Yes,
set up
correct.
the
Well
goal.
done.
Nice.
Mid. Speaking of mid, who played midfield for Hibs back then?
I've got another one.
We've got another one. He's putting the pressure
Go
on.
for Martin Boyle.
Correct. Well
Surely.
done. Yep.
Striker.
After 6 guesses, it's 4-3 to Andrew.
The only reason I'm worried about this one is because he's bloody injury prone, but I'm going to say Davidson. Murray Davidson.
Murray Davidson. No, he came off the bench as well.
Oh my god.
You've named
He
you've named
was at
two
St
of
Johnson
the
for like 10 years or something.
named
Ah,
two players
man.
that came on and one that didn't appear. 3 bench players. That's unlucky. Matthew, this is to go level. 4 each.
I'm really struggling with this Hibs team.
Ah, I've
Honestly,
got one.
I have.
Right then.
Who would have played in that big fucking Hibs team? Big Grant Holt. Was he playing for Hibs then? Nah, he was fucking gone. Jason Cummings is gone. Miles. He played for Rangers, I'm sure. Maybe did he still play Jason Cummings? He must have gone by then, eh? Big cum dog.
The cum dingo.
Martin Boyle was in the who's playing? Joe Newell.
Right, another one.
Joe Newell,
Newell.
correct. Well done.
Well done. I
Ties it
didn't
up
realise
at
he
4
was there
apiece.
at the time, actually, to be fair. I thought he came after.
4 guesses left,
Um,
Andrew.
Craig Bryson.
What a shout. Well done. That
Ah,
takes you to 5. He was playing in the middle of the park. Matthew.
I'm kind of struggling now, though.
Lafondra?
That is awful. No. Lafondra only came, was it 2 seasons ago or last
Was
season?
it?
Very recent.
All the years
Back to Andrew.
I've had my kids have been born since all the years have just fucking melded into one big blur. Mate, I have no idea.
It was COVID as well. I mean, the COVID
Yeah.
times
COVID
messed
times,
with everyone's
I know.
internal calendar. 3 guesses left for you, Mr. Guild.
Stevie May.
Stevie May,
Back.
an unused substitute
Oh,
again.
He was there. He was there.
All 4 of your incorrect guesses have been subbies.
So annoying.
Um,
They've all been like pretty steady St Johnson players as well. Bastard.
this Hibs team, man. It's just, picking a Hibs team from like back then. You know, they had such a mad sort of spell of managers and players.
Yeah.
They had like
That's
Ross
actually
and
really
then
hard.
Johnson and Maloney was there for a bit.
Heckingbottom, Montgomery.
Heck, unbelievable, like, absolute bunch of shite bags. Who's been kicking about in that team?
I've got a couple.
The team on
written
paper
down
is
for
actually
Hibs.
really
Is it
not
good?
bad at all.
It's a good team. All of them still playing for Hibs, or any thoughts?
I'm not helping you.
Hell,
Who played centre mid for that Hibs team? Joe Newell, alongside fucking no idea. McGeady.
Wrong.
Oh,
He did play for them though, right?
You've had some good guesses.
Was he on the bench?
He
or-
played for them, but for about 6 games. He
I think he was after that.
It was after that season, yeah. Before he went to Ayr. Anyway, it's back to you, Andrew. 9 guesses so far. You've got 2 more to go, and it's currently 5-4 to you. So this one would at least seal a draw if you get this right.
Chris Kane.
That is correct. Miraculously, got your 6th
Nice.
point on the board.
Now I am fucked because I cannot think of any more players. I've
Back
got
to you,
a few
Matthew.
Hibs players. if we've turned around the steel rule.
Rubbing salt in the wound.
Fucking hell.
Come on, Matthew. You've got something in there. I know you do.
Any young good player. So Lewis Stevenson wasn't playing left
Sure.
back. So who was good that played for Hibs at left back? Then so the defence was quite well known. That Hibs defence, like
Yeah, you've got the goalie. You've got right back, left back still to name. You've got
Look, everyone,
another
mate, I think.
centre mid, another
I think I've
left
got the
mid,
goalie.
and 2 strikers.
I think I've got the goalie.
I don't think you do.
Left back.
Oh, really?
It's a curveball.
Oh, I've got.
Oh.
Who's the boy who plays in Italy for Scotland? What was his name? Was it Hibs?
Oh, of course you know his name. Come on. This is it's a must-get point.
Doig.
Well done, yes. That takes you to
Well
5.
done.
Andrew, to seal the
Should've played
victory.
Stevenson.
Your final guess.
Should have played Stevenson.
Can't remember the boy's first name, which is a problem. I remember his nationality, and I think, his surname as well.
I will need the full name. I think if you start chucking out, say, Smiths, for example, it could be anyone. I'll need a full name.
The boy's name is McCann. Northern Irish boy, midfielder. Fuck. Oh,
It's
no.
not fuck McCann, no.
Gonna have to do the old alphabet thing. Chat much yourself.
The old alphabet thing.
Yeah, you know when you're trying to think of like somebody's name, and then you just run through the alphabet, so you'd be like A, Andrew, Alistair, and then you go through as many as you can, and then you go to B, like Brian, Barry. Like
Okay. Could be here a while if we go down that route.
Yeah, exactly. Alistair McCann.
I'll give you it's Ali McCann. Well done.
Give you.
That secures
Is
you
that short
point
for
number
Alistair,
7.
though?
Yeah, that's
Can't
fine.
be called Ali, like sure.
Yeah, because it's Alistair. That's what I assume.
I'll Google it. It's Alistair Edward McCann. You're spot on. I will
I've
deduct
got
half a
another
point
one.
for not getting the middle name.
Can I have another guess?
Yeah. To make it
Uh,
7-6.
Nisbet. I just
Well
remember
done.
Nisbet, yeah.
Correct. That's it. 7-6.
Nisbet.
I think I've got a few Hibs players, but
Go
I
for
wonder
it.
if I can
Good
run them
player.
by you. So I said Marciano was going to be, but you said it's a curveball and goals.
Yes, it is a curveball in goals. Marciano was on the bench. It was Matt Macy in nets.
Darren McGregor,
Also on the bench.
fuck's sake. Jackson Irvine,
He was playing left mid, yeah.
Good player. Plays in the
And
fucking
Gogic.
Bundesliga now.
Alex
He was
Gogic,
in
he
Hibs for a
played
while.
in the middle of the park, yeah.
Gogic's nice.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Nice.
So we had Paul McGinn at right back, which you've not guessed yet.
Again.
And the
Oh,
other
man.
striker was similar to Josh Doig. It's Christian Doig.
Oh, he
Ah.
was shite, was he not? Big
He
huddy.
was okay. He was alright, wasn't he? Did he not
The way
go
you
to
said
United
that.
or something?
He was okay. Nah, he never came to United. We were
Right,
wanting him for a little while. The missing St Johnstone players: Jason Kerr, the captain, Liam Gordon, Jamie McCart. They were the 3 centre halves,
I wouldn't have got
and
them.
you also missed out Callum Booth on the left mid.
Ex-Hibs as well.
Yeah, so there you go.
Decent.
Andrew
That
takes
was hard.
Andrew takes the
That
win.
was really difficult. Yeah.
But 7-6 is a commendable scoreline. To be fair, I don't.
Fucking
If our
Stevenson.
listeners have got more than that, let us know.
David Gray,
Yeah,
Stevenson.
let us know.
Do let us know.
That was a
No,
good
do
St
let us
Johnstone
know.
team.
Right, put it in the comments now. Right now, don't be
Yeah,
lazy.
Tell us.
Like the episode as well if you've been listening.
Tell us
Like,
that we know.
Don't be lazy.
I don't know
Get it
ball.
liked.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
Exactly. Rip into Matthew. Just cut loose, man.
I'm
Go
just here for the vibes. I don't know anything about Scottish. Well, I actually like the English Premier League better.
it.
I know.
Boo.
I support Burnley. Come on, the Burns.
The birds.
Come on, Mr. Burns.
C. Montgomery. And on that terrible disappointment from Matthew, we will end episode 18. Thanks for listening. Do as Andrew says. Get all that shit done right fucking now. Comments, likes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do it.
Positive
Do
and
it.
negative. We're just any engagement, you know.
Just like it.
Just talk to us.
Give
Love
it a
it.
like.
Yeah.
Takes 1 second. Makes a
If
huge
you've
difference
listened
to
this
us,
far as
Yeah.
well, you can
Well
like
done.
it. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
not
Just
desperate
like
at all.
it.
And reviews as well. Review us on Spotify and Google,
Yeah.
wherever else podcasts live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Give it 5
review
stars.
Matt's OnlyFans page, Matt's Titties.
Yeah.
Also give him a big thumbs up. Right, goodbye. Thanks very much. All the
Cheers.
best. Bye.
Bye.